Why wouldn't we have any sound? It's because Brian didn't freaking turn on the switch, man. That's why. Here's what we're looking at. We'll recap here again real quick. Sorry about that, guys. Impromptu live streams, moving a little bit fast, but we should be good to go now. Is that better, everybody? Awesome. So, as I was saying, these came out pretty damn nice. This one was a ton of work, though. You can still kind of see a little bit on this top edge. It was really grayed out, blacked out. Really deep stuff. This would have been probably a really good candidate for doing wet sanding on it, but yeah, didn't end up going that route. I just used the buffer for the most part on all of that. This cover was done. Everything kind of matches up pretty nicely. I think we're in good shape. So the goal, I think, for today's little kind of impromptu stream, good, you guys can hear. Let's get the cam chain tensioner in. Let's get the stator cover. Let's get that all buttoned up. Let's get these gaskets in and get the intakes on. I think that's kind of it. So that's what we're going to strive to do. The motor's looking really clean, though. I feel good about this one. Big thing last week, you know, we got this all put back together, so we should be good to go. And yeah, just want to get the cam chain tensioner put back on so I can deal with that. And just note, guys, I did go and run my starter cable back through. I should have actually kind of fed that through before I put the starter motor on, because these are kind of a pain. I had to bend this around a little bit and fish this up through here and then carry it down, you know, through the motor down through here. So we should be okay there. We should be good on all of that. But yeah, I did forget to fish that out. Thanks to Tula Tom for giving me a heads up on that. He's like, hey, don't forget to put that starter wire in. And well, there it is. That's all set. If I find a boot, there should be a little rubber boot that goes over the top of this. We'll get that. We'll knock that out in due time. Before we go diving in, and I got to build up some energy here to get rocking and rolling. Let's see. Let's go check out some of the interweb stuff. Things have been doing really, really well. Keep on Wrenching live stream is over, I think, 8,325, I think, was the last check that I saw. So we're moving along really, really nicely in that department. KeepOnWrenching.com still got free stickers. Go request that free sticker. KeepOnWrenching.com. It's the form on the bottom of the homepage. Go check that out. And then the Keep On Wrenching community group is rocking and rolling as well. 361 members. And I tell you what, a lot of people are working through wiring right now, okay? A lot of wiring going on. People are getting to those kind of last hurdles to get their bikes going. Let's see, this one, David came in last night with a little video about his stuff.
Systems check for my very first full wire harness.
That looks familiar. That little wiring diagram looks really familiar. I think I have the same one.
Rebuilt starter, you name it, I pretty much rewired it.
It's pretty. It's almost those are those chrome fork gears that Brian T would be killing over.
Ron, let's first check that. Yep.
He's got a horn. I don't have a horn. I still can't get my damn horn to work. Nice. It's a good feeling. That's such a good feeling. Not sure what that little rogue wire laying out there is. So neutral. I think just on camera it looks yellow, but that should be green. I'm trying to see if that front indicator, that high beam indicator, comes on this.
On and headlight or speedometer tack lights go on.
Yeah, because that's not the high beam indicator. That should be your signal flasher. Your high beam indicator is actually on that top of that headlight bucket. So David, I would check that just to make sure that you're in good shape there. But man, it's lighting up. It's doing things, which is half the battle.
I think we pretty much got it down.
I think you pretty much got it too, man. That front wheel looks beautiful.
4-to-1 wiring harness. And my only complaint, I would say, was it had a couple of wires. First of all, it had purple, which ultimately I figured out by tracing it which one it
I want to know what that purple traced to.
Maybe 2 or 3 wires were a little off color, a little marked a little differently, but new battery. And
Everything. Rocking and rolling. Good stuff. So Keep On Wrenching community group, if you're not already a member, if you're new to the stream, be sure to go to Keep On Wrenching community group on Facebook. So yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Rocking and a rolling. Let's get to work, guys. Let's get to freaking work. All right, let's go over here and get the parts that we need. What should we start with? Let's get the stator rotor thing figured out. God, it's been a while since I took all of this stuff apart. So it's time to get back to work. So we're going to need our 3 bolts. Don't need that yet. I'm going to need this. And I'm going to need this. So let's go over to the work table. See if we can put this stuff together. Move my motor just a little bit. And get this thing going. All right. Yeah, it's good to be wrenching. What kind of progress is everybody making on their projects? There's really only one way that you put this thing together. It only goes together one way. You can see it drops into this area here, and then kind of your alignment is this little notch here where this little rubber kind of seal is going to end up going. So kind of just orientate thing, or this seal right here, excuse me, this one goes on the motor. So we're going to fish this wire down in here. Kind of exciting to be getting to going on this. And I mean, it only really goes one way. You can kind of see how these wires are, they just naturally want to go back there. So go ahead and push that wire in, and it should line right up and drop right into position. Should look just like that. You can tell it like naturally kind of wants to go there, just like that. Perfect. All right, I gotta grab a rag already right off the bat. Grab myself a pair of gloves. Might as well. Don't need to get all dirty today. Hopefully this will be a pretty clean stream today. If I can get this all put together, though, I may go out to the garage, get this thing out in the garage and see if I can get it in. If I end up doing that, I'll put a video out on Keep On Wrenching community group. You guys can see the progress there. Now, one thing to keep in mind on this part is you want to just make sure you use the right bolts. So remember, your cover is going to go on there like this. So bolts here and here. So you want to do kind of the exact opposite of that. So we want to do this, this, and this. So these 3 to hold this in, just like this. You could potentially mix these up, in my opinion. Potentially you could. So I'm going to grab my fat one. Alan, hey, how's it going? 3:30 on a Monday morning. All right, noted, man. All good. Thanks for popping on. Hope things are going good. Just kind of trying some different times to see when I can reach some different people. You know, it's all good. This one's pretty straightforward right here. Give these a nice crank. And that's going to be it. I don't think I'll probably be I don't think this will be like a 4-hour mega stream or anything. I'm just trying to make a little bit of progress and wanted to share the journey with all of you. So again, just on this one, make sure you're doing top and then to bottom, because your cover, oh, actually, did I just do that completely ass backwards? I did that completely backwards. As I'm explaining it to you, I put it all on there wrong. Yep. It's early. I literally just rolled out of bed, guys. Like maybe, I don't know, an hour ago. Bear with me. Pull these out, put this back on. Then we're going to be golden. Put this one down here just like that. And like that. Pay attention to those little details, of course. And that's going to be beautiful. Just like that. Perfect. All right, so let's turn our motor over here a little bit. All right, so things to note on this. Do not forget this little wire here. You got this one little wire coming out of here. It's your green and red if you look at it really close. And it's going to plug in to here. This is your neutral switch that's going to activate that neutral. And we've looked at this in a video pretty close before. But there's a little roller here with a contact point, and when you're in neutral, it's going to go and drop right in there. So just don't forget to put that in there, okay? So we're going to want to do that. And then this little rubber piece actually is going to snake around and slide right into, there's a little gap right here. You can actually see it better than I can on the live stream. It's right there. This rubber piece is going to slide right into there, and then we'll be good. So first things first, let's see if we can get this thing going. Yeah, Alan, you should go to bed. Make sure that you've got your posts in there and get your gasket. So here's a gasket. I can't believe I actually had one of these gaskets. The other thing to look for is make sure you've got those two kind of spacer pins in place. Don't forget those, because that's going to be really important to getting this all kind of lined up. So that spacer pin already just came out just like that. Look at that, pretty crazy. All right, so that can go slide back in there. This can go on there, and then what I'm going to use is just a little bit of that spray lithium grease on this gasket in case I got to go diving back into this darn thing, which hopefully I don't, but you never know. Just spray this down really good, and we can go ahead and put this into position. Reach over, hang it on the pegs. That should be darn near perfect. I was shocked, absolutely shocked, that I found one of these. All right, so now we can grab our cover, and you can see on the cover, you know, there's two bigger pins that matches up to your two spacer pins right there, and it's going to fight you a little bit on the magnetic side, but that actually slid in there real nice. Make sure on this side that your rubber piece stayed where it needs to be. All right, let's see if I can get that to go on there just a little bit better. Find my little rubber hammer if I can. Give that just a little tappy tap, and then we got to go and find our little bolts. Hope that's the right spacer. It seems to be popping out a little bit. No, that should go on there. I don't know what the hang up is on this bad boy. Should be pretty simple install here. Let's pull this back off here and take a look. There's some gunk in there now. There's plenty of clearance in there. Should go. Let's make sure that little thing doesn't come out. There we go. Ah, there we go. Popped right in. Just needed to be adjusted. And that's where you come over here, and there's that little plug right here. That's where you want to get that neutral switch plugged into. Just like that. Bend all this out of the way. There's a little hanger for your wiring to come up through here. Go ahead and push that in. Snakes its way around here. And we can grab our little rubber piece here and hopefully slide this all into position here. Just like that. Just like that. That ain't going anywhere. And you can see too, your wiring's all kind of out of the way. It always is kind of unnerving how close this little, grounding wire is, to the actual sprocket for your chain. But that's how it is. It just kind of hangs out there like that. And we've got our wiring coming out the side, which will get back up in there. So now we just need to find our bolts for this part. And again, we can just go back to our handy dandy little guide from Common Motor. And we can see here is the cover. And these are different lengths. So D, E, D, E, E going through here. Okay, so we need to make sure that we get this right. And I do just love, I love like real scale kinds of stuff. I just love it. So let me just dump those out into there for now. And let's go ahead and find a D. That looks like a D to me. So we got a D here. I'll be sure to put, let's see, how many D's do I need? 1, 2, 3 D's. Need 3 of these bad boys. 1, 2. 1, 2. That's, look, really minor differences in some of these lengths, man. Really, really different, really subtle. Keep an eye on them. That one's not. Yeah, shorties. There's 2. Yeah, there's like a few millimeters difference in that one bolt. That one. There we go. There's our 3. And just double check that those are D. Yes, they are. And it's going to go D top corner, D other corner, and D down on the side. So boom. Now we got to find our E's. So E's are a little bit shorter. So E's are the ones I was just looking at. You can go right here. Yep, these are the E's. And I need 1, 2, 3 of the E. All right. Please don't let me have misplaced any of these stupid bolts. 1, 2. Should be one more longer one in here. What the hell is it? Hanging out. 11 viewers already. Thanks so much for joining the live stream. Don't forget to go to keeponwrenching.com and grab yourself a free sticker. Form on the bottom of the page. There's our 3 E's. Those are going to go like that, that, and finally, it's going to go in there like that. All right, so let's find our anti-seize. Our anti-seize is hiding back here. Give this a little mixy mix. A nice guide, Jacko. I mean, we all kind of got to go through this, right? This is kind of part of the deal. Yeah, I had a late night too, Alan. I was up, 4 o'clock. I was up till 4 a.m. out here. I was really just cleaning the shop, getting organized. I was starting to really get discombobulated, and things were starting to get frustrated. I was losing a lot of parts. I spent more time looking for parts than actually putting things together, which was getting really, really annoying and frustrating, man. Yeah, I was getting super frustrated. Like, I could have this bike together by now if I would have stayed a little bit more organized, and if I wouldn't have bought, like, 3 more damn motorcycles to add to the mix, because I started finding that I had a lot of parts that were getting mixed up between bikes. And that's just like a recipe for delay. Delay. That's all I seem to be doing. The other day, I got to find the right Allen key. Thought I put them all up in here. What do I do with that? Well, we can use this bad boy here for a little while and get these started and get these put on. Must be this bigger one over here. There we go. There we go. Just kind of watch that gasket. Make sure that gasket's good. Yeah, I'm kind of a night owl too, Alan. Brain doesn't turn off always. I'm always just kind of, I could do this. I could grab an extra hour of sleep here, or extra hour of sleep there. I've been experimenting with naps as well. Just seeing if, like, I'm a nap kind of a person. And I do have to say that after a nice little nap, it's pretty refreshing. Kind of becoming a fan. All right, just getting these going. Already feels good just to have this cover on, because this is something you stare at quite a bit as you're getting it timed out and stuff. So we are making some serious progress on the Apocalypse bike. I'm hoping the stream isn't like forever long today. I need to go and actually get my hair cut here in a little while as well. So I got stuff to do, but I also just wanted to make a little bit more progress on this and get this in. I mean, best case scenario, I'd get this motor in today. Alan spent his Sunday reorganizing my garage. Yeah, it just gets out of control, doesn't it? Creeps up on you too. All right, so that's good. Go ahead and give these a crank, and again, just make sure you're going kind of around in angles, not like just doing one side. So far, so good. Everything's looking really good. Everything looks nice and clean. Gasket looks nice and clean. Go ahead and give these one more little crank. You don't have to go like crazy tight with them because, again, you don't want to strip anything out. That's the last thing you want to do, strip anything out. Yeah, I was up late last night, just, God, cleaning, and my tools were just all over the place, too, because, you know, I've been working out in the garage on the Apocalypse bike, and half my tools are upstairs. What I need to do is, like, hit up a good estate sale or something and just find, like, another full set of wrenches. And then I'll be golden. Yeah, there we go. That's satisfying. Awesome. First one on. We're looking pretty so far. This is great. Okay, so next order of business, heading back over to the table here. I think we can go ahead and get these intakes installed on this. That's going to be kind of our next game. I just want to double check one detail on this other motor that I've got over here. Looks like they angle outward. Yep. Yeah, they angle outward. That's the important thing. So there's a slight little taper on these. So these are going to go angling outward. And these, no gasket sealer or anything, which blows my mind. Just basically the gasket and put them on. That's it. And also putting them on dry was the recommendation that I found for these as well. It's really surprising to me because these are so kind of problematic for like air leaks and things. I thought for sure that there would be some sort of a sealer of some kind on those, but nope, there's not. I've got my gasket surfaces really nice and clean. Took a lot of time putting that together, man, and getting that all squared away. If I get my bolts out of here, I'm super organized on this effort here. Yeah, just kind of sharing the experience with everybody a little bit today. Anybody else got some projects lined up? Just want to make sure I get these put on the right way the first time. Again, they angle outward. So they're going to go like this. So you're angling outward like that. All right, grab your little gasket. That is all that it is. And grab one of our fresh Allen keys. And we can start doing this. I'm pretty proud of the level of gasket surface cleanliness I had going on here. Sometimes I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes I'm just kind of like good enough and I move on. Hasn't come back and bit me in the butt yet. So, I don't know. Sometimes it's just good enough, you know. So go ahead, tighten those in. Just don't forget to put those gaskets in there. And again, it's kind of counterintuitive. You would think that there would be some sort of a sealant here. And I spent a lot of time looking this up. I even emailed Common Motor Collective directly and asked them to make sure that there wasn't something that I was missing on that front. And they're like, no, just put them in dry, and that's the way it goes. So that's coming from a good source, not just me. What are you guys working on today? Hopefully you have plans to do some wrenching. And if you do, don't let me stop you. You can go and do that. Actually, I should put just a little bit of anti-seize on these because these can be kind of a bear cat. Somebody will thank me in the future if they can actually get these out of there. Go ahead and do that. Go back through and do that. No big deal. This feels good, man. This has been a long time coming on this bike. This has been a long time coming on this one. That one almost feels a little wonky in the thread. That gets me a little bit nervous. Hopefully there's not a cross thread issue or something. No, okay, there it went. Whew, I hate that feeling. Hate that feeling. I know there's a bunch of keep-on wrenchers out there in wiring. I've been getting quite a few email questions on different things. Just kind of randomly, especially over the last week or so. So I think people are starting to get really close on their projects, which is awesome. Hopefully we start seeing more of those like running videos or first start videos on the page. So if you're not a member of Keep On Wrenching community group on Facebook yet, I encourage you to head on over there and get that done. Alan, next weekend I'm building an electric motor lift bike building table. Ooh, out of an old hospital bed. That's cool. I could see how that could work. I could see how that could work. Those things are built like brick poop houses. Yeah, cool. Yeah, though, I wish that there was like a medium-sized lift or something that I could put down here. It would make working a lot more comfortable. You know, a lot less time, you know, just kind of laying literally on the ground doing some of this stuff. Yeah, lift would be nice. Hospital bed. Hopefully you found that on like an auction or something. There we go. Get these intakes on. This is going pretty quick today. Give these some nice torques. Selling it for $300. Nice. Okay, so you've done it before. You know kind of what you're doing. Make sure you get these nice and tight. Should check for a little torque specification as well. I don't remember if I torqued these or not last time. I can check the book. But do put these on tight. All right, this thing's ready. Hepcat, right? I thought maybe some people across the pond might appreciate the time today. I'm glad to hear it, man. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I got things to do, people to see today, but I had to keep wrenching a little bit. I wanted to make a little bit more progress, especially after spending a few hours. I think it took me about 4 hours to get get the paint stripped and all of that off. So there's our brand new intake boots are on this one. Boy, this engine got all dusty because I should have covered it up while I was doing that. I guess I could leave it right here because our next kind of order of business is to start looking at this cam chain tensioner right here. And I think I can just put it on. We can adjust it later. Yeah, this is going a lot faster than I thought. So we might have a little bit of time to dive into some other secondary projects. Did go ahead and I wanted to note a couple things on the cam chain tensioner. Remember, your bottom bolts are shorter and they all have a little bit of a flat area on them with no threads that fits into here. You don't want to mess these up, and these top bolts are actually quite a bit longer and they have that longer fin area on this as well. So make sure you get these bolts right. I had to go, this is one of the things I burnt a lot of time trying to get this to all come together. Let's see, I want to make sure my spring is moving. That's all there. We'll adjust it later. I just want to get it kind of in. And I did have to make my own gasket for this one. So I used those metal templates that I've got. I can show you that. New people on the stream. I did kind of splurge one day and pick myself up these metal kind of cutouts for all the different gaskets that you need on a 350. So we're golden. Went ahead and cut that out and it worked pretty good. Looks pretty damn good to me. Go ahead and do that. So these are all going to be 10 mil. Am I forgetting anything? I don't think so. But we can go ahead and set that down in here. Before I forget, since I'm very good at forgetting all of these things, I'm going to go ahead and put some anti-seize on these. Oop, that got a little bit heavy. Oh well. Just like that. Somebody's going to be really thankful one day. You know, 50, 60 years from now, somebody's going to be like, God bless this guy. And it'll be just wonderful. Okay, so then we've got our gasket surface. There's just a couple little variations. This, you can see, like one edge has a little bit of a bump in it, and the other side is completely flat. So we just want to orient that as best as we can. other note here is that the hole in this gasket, I have no idea why it's there, but it goes into this kind of blocked off area. So that's another little indicator that you can have on that. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get this gasket kind of poked through here. Let's get it started. Get it on this piece. Should I spray it? I should spray this, yeah. Should spray this for sure. And try not to wreck it. Just give it a quick spray with the silicone, or the what the hell is it? White lithium. There we go. Perfect. Go ahead and get this all fitted. Oh, good to know. Good to know, Hepcat. Makes sense. Makes sense. There we go. Push that baby on there. So how about we just go with tight? I think that's what we'll do. We'll just go with, hey, feels tight. Feels tight. Feels like it's there. Feels all good. All right, get my hands a little wipey wipe. And let's position this. I can actually pull this in just a little bit. Oops, grab my 10 mil and just tighten it. Oh, just tighten it up just a little bit. Not to put undue pressure on anything before it's too soon. All right. That should just be a 10 mil if I remember right. And again, all I'm going to do is I'm going to push this in just a little and go ahead and tighten this up so it doesn't move and it's not fighting me as I push it back, because I think what happened, so on the 72, I stripped out this bolt, this bottom one, and I think the reason why I stripped it out is because this thing was pushing back. I didn't stop it, and I think I got it a little kitty wumpus when I did that, and kind of messed it all up. So our gasket's in place. We have a clean gasket surface. We're pretty much ready to go. I just need to have my wrenches. I spent time like organizing some of my wrenches last night. Pretty proud of myself by the time I went to bed. I was like, damn, Brian, you're getting it. All right, forward position. It feels so good to have things moving in the forward direction. Let's see, I'm gonna see if I can get this back a little bit more. Just don't want it fighting me. I'm pretty sure, like, the more I think about it, that's why I stripped it out. Because I didn't have it all pushed in like that. That's what I want to do. I want to push it all the way in. It makes sense because it was like creating kind of an angle. There. That should work out well. Just like that. Got all that. And I dropped my bolt. Let's go. Maintaining pressure. Yeah, I figured it was important enough to put in when I cut it. There, oh yeah, this is the ticket, guys. That's the ticket, is to back that cam chain tensioner all the way out. And I'm praying that I don't have that dreaded feeling of, oh my God, that is stripped out. Oh, gotcha. There's a manual type chain tensioner and an auto chain tensioner. The auto type uses a hole at the bottom of the gasket to push oil through to maintain pressure. So to cut costs, they use the same gasket. Got it. So this is the auto version, right? This is the one I stripped out. This is the one I'm kind of paranoid about mucking up. Because this was really hard to drill out, this bottom left. Or either of these bottom ones. You don't want to strip those out, but I can already tell that feels pretty darn good. I've got my extension here, and we can just kind of start putting this in there. Let me give you a little bit better view here. Get you over so my hand isn't all in the way here. You can see what's going on. That's what I like about this group. Everybody's got like just these nuggets of knowledge that they can kind of throw out there to everybody. Who knew? Alan knew. I've been going here live for 51 minutes, but I put a 15-minute start on it, so we haven't been going long, making progress on this for sure. Go slow on this. Worst feeling, man. This derailed the Red 72 build big time when I stripped these out. There we go. Go snug. Don't ream on them. Felt pretty good. That one's good. That one feels okay. So far, so good. I think we got it, guys. I think we might have got away with one here. We're good. There we go. That is in. That is freaking in. Worst feeling in the world. Totally agree. Woo! It's coming together. It's coming together very, very quickly. Let's see. Other things that we can really do. This might be a really short stream. Actually, I've got something else I can dive into here. But it's coming. It's going. I've actually got to find my timing advance, or I could just go ahead and start installing the Boyer-Branson electronic ignition. See, for those of you maybe aren't aware, I'm putting an electronic ignition in this eventually, so one of these. Never done one of these before, so I need to do my research on it, but I also kind of wanted to challenge myself a little bit to put this thing together running points. So, I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence yet as far as which route I'm going to go on this. But either way, we've got that, we've got that. Let's see if the damn thing will turn around. Yep. Oh, I love that sound. I love that little poppy pop sound. All right, so I got to grab my manual here real quick. We might as well probably do all the valve adjustments, cam chain tensioner, do all that stuff together. So I'll do that when it's on the bike, I think. That'll be good and easy to do. Man, that went easy breezy beautiful. I love it when it works out that way. I thought there was a mark, though, that we have to move that to. General sense, Jacko, if you don't mind me asking, what are vintage bike prices like in Australia compared to the US? That's a good question. Got to equate for currency differences for sure on all of that. Tune-up, cam chain adjustment, 25. Cam chain adjustment. Remove the left exhaust cover, remove the spark plugs. Turn the engine counterclockwise using the rotor bolt until the left exhaust valve begins to open, and then turn the engine in the opposite direction clockwise 90 degrees after the top dead center of the cylinder. Loosen the lock nut, setting bolt, da-da-da. So there is the explanation. It's a little bit early in the morning for me to actually follow all of this, but let's see how it goes here. Note, early 350 models were equipped with an automatically adjusting hydraulic type cam chain tensioner. No adjustment is possible. These early units can be replaced with adjustable units found in later models with no internal engine modification. Who knew? Who knew? Okay, so left. I wonder, how can I see that? Sometimes I can see kind of down inside of that. It's saying, turn the engine over counterclockwise using the rotor bolt until the left exhaust valve begins to open. Then turn, okay, until it begins to open. Then turn the engine in the opposite direction, clockwise, interesting, to 90 degrees after the top dead center ATC. I think I made like a little thing to be able to do that. I should make a freaking video about that. That's what I'm going to do. I had a little stencil that I put on here to be able to adjust this properly. So I'm going to put my brakes because that's a video. This is a video, and I don't believe I covered any of that in the 72 series. There was you make like a little paper grid, I think it was, and you could put it right on there. Ooh, what are the prices here? They're insane here. Everyone wants the price the bike will be after you do all the work to fix it up. Prices over here and gets depressed at how good prices of bikes are over there. I may go for a trip over there sometime, build a bike and send it back home. Yeah. Same thing kind of in the UK from what I understand as well. Okay, we're just buttoning all this stuff up. This is all stuff that can be done on the bike, and I really want to just get it on the bike and get it ready to rock and roll. So that's in, that's in. We will deal with that. We will deal with this, and we've got this cover open. So just for giggles though, I do want to just see. I do just want to see what this is going to look like when it's all said and done. That's not a bad looking engine to me. I like it. I like it. Yeah. Not too bad. Not too bad. I got that cleaned up about as good as I'm going to get. Coming in through there, all brand new, brand new. This engine looks pretty good to me. It could be better. I could spend a little bit more time on it for sure. But one of the reasons I'm kind of moving on the Apocalypse bike right now, I'll be honest with you, is that I have family coming in September, and I want to have bikes to ride. It'd be really cool. I got an opportunity to go ride motorcycles for the first time with my dad, which will be really fun. So I just want to make sure I have a bunch of motorcycles ready to rock and roll, so we can just have an awesome time when they come. It is technically, what, 2 o'clock? So 2 o'clock, 2 Hearterdale time when I have it. So one of the other things that really slowed me down, I was cruising. I was absolutely cruising on putting things together on the Apocalypse bike. And then I realized I was missing a bunch of parts. So here is my rear brake coming out of fresh Evapo rust. This thing's minty clean. But where I ran into problems, I couldn't find any of my rear axle stuff. I couldn't find any of it. It was driving me absolutely insane. Like all my adjusters, my spacers, and I have no idea what I did with them, so I just chucked them all into Evapo rust, and I'll pick a match set that we can use to do stuff. I have a bajillion of them. I just need to find one good set that's gonna work for what we're doing here. Yeah, look at this. You pull this stuff out of Evapo rust, and it's all freaking minty. It's beautiful. All right, there's an axle washer. Another one of those. This Evapo rust needs to be filtered, something fierce. There's all my stuff there. Move that back over. I'm just gonna, I don't need this brake cable, this brake pedal yet, so I'll just put that back in there for now. But I got a whole ton of these to kind of sift through at this point and find myself a good set. That's kind of the first thing that I need to deal with. So let's move this back out of the way a little bit. And let's see. So got my long spacer, I got my short spacer. So that's good to go. Gonna need that. Here's just an extra solenoid thing. I was gonna put one of these on. That one's all broke. I didn't put this cable retainer on the bike, so I'm gonna go ahead and use one of those, put that one on. Wow, look at these. How many of these damn things do I have? Which one's in the best shape? This one looks like it's in the best shape. So I've got a few of those now. I got my castle here. So I'm gonna need that. Got my main washer here. Gonna need that. And now it's kind of just picking a good set that isn't bent all to hell as far as my retainers, and make sure that they are the same. So we can see this one kind of out of the running already. The other one's kind of broke out. So go ahead and put that one aside. This one's got a broken or bent there. This one doesn't look too bad. This one doesn't look too bad. Straight. The chrome looks good on it. I think I'll be able to do that. Looking for an early model CB750, but hard to find. Dude, so that's the bike that my dad had. My dad had a 75 CB354 growing up. I'm looking for one of those as well. And no joke, dude, they are expensive. Super expensive. Like even the garbage ones. There's one for sale around me for $1,000. It hasn't run in 10 years. Said it was running when parked, of course. Ha ha ha, right? So, I don't know. Let's see if I can get one of these free. This one's kind of bent up. I could always kind of go part to part. This one actually looks really good. Just want to make sure they're the same and the index marks are the same. Those ones look a little different though. This one's a little crusty. This one looks pretty good. If I can break that free. This one's got a thicker bolt on it. So there's little nuances here. Let's use that word right off the bat. Definitely some nuances happening with these. That one's got a really, see how thick that bolt is? That bolt is like way thicker. All of these other ones though have the thinner bolt. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter because you're going to end up adjusting it to be equal. I'm mostly worried about, you know, these index marks to make sure that those are right. Because once it's on the axle, and as long as that's the same, it shouldn't matter. These are the two that are in the best shape. Those are in the best shape out of all of these. Some of these are kind of seized up too. Yeah, $1,000. If I had room, I would probably be going and checking it out, but I'm hurting in the storage space category right now. Pretty much tapped out. Pretty much tapped out. Barring unforeseen circumstances, you know. This one's just got a little rusty bolt on it. That little locker doesn't want to come off of there. Alan, thanks for stopping by, man. Good to see you as always. I'll probably be back on Thursday like the normal time, but just thought it'd be kind of fun. So I'm looking at this, and this pin actually looks like it's bent as well. You don't want these to be bent. You need these to be kind of straight. That one's operating pretty hard, pretty hard. The thing is, too, is that I know somewhere in this shop, I have these all ready to go. I did them. This one's in pretty good shape. This bolt is clean. One thing I do have a blessing is that I got a lot of extra parts. Like I was looking for bolts for the cam chain tensioner, and I was able to just go over to one of these junk motors and like pull some off of there. So that worked out really, really well. Just go ahead and back these all the way out. Just like that. Okay, so I think I'm going to use this one for sure. This one looks good. And if I can find just kind of its mate, there's a mate. There, these are exactly the same, I think. Yep. There's my set. I just got to break this, adjust this locker free, and then we'll be good. Beautiful day outside today. If I can sneak in a little motorcycle ride, I think I may have to do that as well. Just trying to cram a lot into a little bit of space, man. The weekends go so fast. The weekends just fly by. There we go. Yeah, both those are straight. Just getting them lined up, and then there's bam, 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 bam. I already have the wheel mounted. It's there. I'm going to go rinse these off with water real quick. Then we'll be rock solid. Quick rinse. Remember, get that evaporust off of stuff. Because otherwise it gets sticky. It's kind of messy, kind of nasty. So there we go. These can get the hell out of my way. I'm going to fix those up another day. Be good to go. Thanks so much for joining the stream today. Kind of impromptu. I don't do Sundays very often. I might be doing more Sunday, though. I'm almost wondering if, like, Sunday afternoon live stream would be good. I think a lot of people watch, like, American football games and stuff at that time. So I don't know if, like, viewership would be good or bad or whatever, but whatever. There might be some eyeballs. Okay. So then we've got this. Should put one of these on. I think that's my winner right there. Put that on, save that. So throw these back. That had a little evaporust left to do on it. And there we go. Very curious. God, I'm starting to get a little antsy here. Just want to see how nice this matches up. It's like the last cover that goes on. Just want to see what it's going to start looking like. I don't know, man. I think it looks pretty damn good. What do you think? What do you think? That went really quick. I think it's ready almost to go back in. Oh, I know what we could do. We could do our clutch mechanism here. We could clean that up. Get that figured out. This is huge. I'm going to be able to get the rear wheel on today with all this. I'm golden. That was so frustrating trying to look for those stupid parts. I was starting to rage quit just a little bit. That one's bent. Don't need that. So, yeah, the next thing is really starting to look at that. And I've got kind of a hodgepodge of different parts here for this. This is some greasy stuff. That ball bearing. That ball bearing almost went down the tubes, this thing. Don't want to forget to put that in. It hit the ground. Flew away. Thanks, Hepcat. I think it looks pretty damn good. Gonna be okay. All right, so I'm gonna grab a fresh pair of gloves here and start diving into this. We might as well get that thing installed, because then when the time comes, we can just hook up the cable, mount it, and be done with it. Move on. Be sweet to have that motor in there tonight. Not sure if it's gonna happen or not. If you're new to the live stream, be sure to head up to keeponwrenching.com, get that free sticker. And also, thumbs up the stream. Really helps me out. So we got some dirty filthiness going on here that we got to deal with. Let's see if I've got a little container or something that I can work with here. I think this is like a perfect job for a little bit of super clean. Grab ourselves our super clean degreaser. Let's clean these up. I've got 2 of those, one of those, one of those, one of those, that stupid ball bearing, and one of those. Just get that in some degreaser for a little bit. Let's clean these parts up. Need to find my little brush. Got my little nylon brush right here. We can clean these up. Oh, let's get you down in the action. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The most thrilling live stream on YouTube. Like, no doubt about it, right? Yeah, and here, this is where that ball goes. You can see that ball is not in there on this one. Hopefully I don't see a ton of rust. I'm hoping it just cleans up. Hey, Kathleen, how are you? Head to keeponwrenching.com. Go fill out the form, bottom of the home page. You'll be able to do that. Get that in the mail to you. There's all kinds of stuff you can do, too. You can go to keeponwrenching.com. There's T-shirts. There's hats. Mugs. Mugs. I'm a huge fan of the mugs. Got a really cool little stainless steel mug. Thanks for joining the stream. Thanks for stopping by. It's a messy job. Ugh, what a messy job. I'm getting this all over my rotor cover. That's no good. But yeah, this motor is looking freaking beautiful, I'm telling you. This has been a work in progress. This has been a work, man. This was a crusty one, man. Glenn, how many 350s have I rebuilt so far? Let's see. Let's say 2.5. Apocalypse Bike would be the 3rd 350. And then I'm working on, over here, let's go for a little tour. We got some new people watching. Down here, we've got the CL 125S 1974. That's the next one that I'm working on after this. And then if you take a little stroll through, there's 2 more frames down here. I've got a 68 CB350 and a 71 CL350. So we've got 2 more there. And then down under here, that is an entire motorcycle in 2 totes. Just kind of hanging out there. So yeah, cool stuff. Cool stuff. But man, this motor is really coming along nicely. Super stoked. Super stoked. But in order to get to where we want to go, we got to get dirty for a little while. I'll cover this up. Don't want to get it all messy. We'll go and check. Make sure you go check out the Facebook group. Keep on Wrenching community group on Facebook. I'll go hop over there in a second just to see if we've got some new members. It's a new time, all right? Kind of this Sunday afternoon. Never really streamed at this time before, so I'm sure some people are like, what the hell, Brian? Can you be consistent about something once in your life? But also, I feel bad for a lot of the people across the pond because it's really late usually when I'm streaming, and I get a ton of questions from people from all over the world, so I want to mix it up just a little bit. This one's pretty nasty. I'll just let this kind of sit for a little while. Oh, look at how nice that just like popped clean. This super clean product is pretty darn amazing. Let's let that stuff sit for a little while. And let's hop over to the main desk here and see what's going on. All right, let's hop over here. Hepcat, Brian, have you tried using Rub and Buff on your cylinder head? It gives an excellent finish, like it's been vapor blasted. Consider me intrigued. That's what I would say. Vapor blasting is an amazing finish. I haven't heard of Rub and Buff. Well, I'll have to look that one up, Hepcat Harley. I'm happy you're here on this stream. I might just start doing Sunday afternoon streams anyway, just because Hepcat was in here. Bad time for Alan. Really bad time for Alan. I'm sorry about that. But let's hop over to the browser here. If you're not a member of the Keep On Wrenching community group, please do that. Do that as soon as possible. 361 members strong so far. Nobody coming in yet, but here's the form for the stickers. KeepOnWrenching.com. Just head on down to the home page. Go and request that free sticker, okay? Free sticker request. And also go visit the merch store if you'd like to support the stream. Every dollar that comes into the stream goes back into buying parts, buying tools, upgrading some of the stream equipment, just to make sure that you're having a good time. So we've got t-shirts and hats and sweatshirts and this mug. This mug, man, I'm telling you, this mug is my go-to freaking mug, my Keep On Wrenching mug. It's like it's not like a small mug, it's a big mug. It holds lots and lots and lots of coffee, which is wonderful. So thanks so much for the support so far, everybody. It's a fun stream. Go to eBay. It's a gliding wax, so it's waterproof. All right. Color me intrigued here. What's it called? Rub and Buff. Rub and Buff. Let's hop back over here. Let's do Rub and Buff. This stuff, this is what we're talking about. Hepcat. $4.99. Rub and Buff. Gold. Well, I don't want gold. Is there like an aluminum color? Silver? Is this hey, you gotta tell me what color to get, dude. 'Cause I'll order it. I'll order this stuff. Metallic finish. Pewter. European gold. Got all kinds of stuff here. Must be this metallic finish. I don't want to do pewter. Must be the metallic. Give me a little bit more info on that. That's cheap. I could spend $5 or $6 on something like that. I think the budget could handle that. I think the budget could actually handle that. All right. Not much left here. Here's our points. I think I'm going to try and install the points on the bike. These have to get cleaned up. I need to do a little bit of research. These are pretty dirty. You can see in here. And I'm sure that I'm going to have to file these points a little bit, clean these up. I've never mucked with these. I've always just put the electronic ignition in. So I've never really messed around with any of it. Wow, the agenda has just kind of flown by. You can tell these were kind of my goals. And we already kind of marched through all of that. Grab another set of gloves. This grease, man, that you get in these little areas, man, it's brutal. Hepcat, you only need a tiny amount on a toothbrush. Go as far. Silver Leaf is the color. Got it. Silver Leaf. Buff and Rub. Rub and Buff. Got it. Cool. I'll check it out for sure. Always looking for new products to make my life easier. I think the one thing that has made my life a lot easier, stopping with hand sanding and using an electric buffer. What did I do with my life on my first two bikes? I hand sanded everything, and it took forever. I swear it took me 6 months to buff and polish every part of my first two builds. And then really the Keep On Wrenching community group are the ones that came out and were like, dude, what are you doing? You really need to just get a buffer. And yeah, yesterday I was able to bust out 2 covers in 3 hours or so. How do the carbs look on this engine? They should look pretty good. They're in the box out in the garage. They're all rebuilt. We rebuilt those on the live stream. Those are going right on. Ooh, look at that. Minty clean, minty clean. That's what we like. Like to see things really nice and clean. Okay, here's our ball bearing plate. Let's get this all cleaned up. I think I might have just enough grease left to get this put together. Yeah, I just want to get this Apocalypse bike ready to rock and roll, because I want to have multiple runners and just start getting getting these things done. I'm kind of getting excited about the 68 as well. That 68 CB is one that's going to be really, really, really pretty. I got some ideas for it. That blue and white striped tank, it just looks so good. There we go. This piece could actually benefit from maybe a night in evaporest, just to make sure. Mike, can you use rub and buff on pot metal carbs? I know, we're going down a rub and buff rabbit hole. We can go read the product descriptions and see what the heck they're actually recommending for this stuff. Ooh, there's all kinds of grit and grime down inside of here. Killing it. Come on, super clean, don't let me down. There we go. Oh, it was like the nut was like trapped in there. Okay, so there's our nut, there's our washer. That's good. Well, I guess I should spray those off a little bit. Boom, boom. And that's really about it. This is an extra set. So I can go ahead and I can just store this one. I've got another one if I ever need one. This one's kind of cross-threaded a little bit. And then my ball bearing. Ball bearing's nice and clean. And everything is out of there. So that's good to go. All right, let's pull that off and let's put it together. Hepcat works great on pot metal. Not for shiny surfaces. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, how people get, you know, like some of this stuff, like just shining, they have to have like a special process that they're doing to get those kinds of results. Probably vapor honing, I would guess, would be what they're probably doing. All right, so here's this, and this. I'm just going to spray these down with just a little bit of WD-40 for now. And we should be good. Then we're going to need our cover back. And now we got to remember how the hell all this goes back together. Done this one a few times. I'm sure there's hey, you know what, Hepcat? And if there's not a video for it, there probably will be soon. As soon as I get some ordered. I'll just get some of this down in here, clean out all of these little covers. I do not have a new clutch seal, so I don't have a new seal here. There's a seal that pops off of here. I don't have a new one of those. So I'm going to have to just run with what I've got. Not too worried about that seal. You can just keep that greased pretty easily. But I do want to make sure that I get this nice and cleaned out here. Yeah, I need to get into doing like some more like video product review type of stuff. I think that would be good. Good for the views too. So I do need to get some views. I'm a little off pace for my 10,000 subscriber mark by the end of the year. And it's kind of bugging me, I'm going to be honest. All right, so this bad boy goes in here, drops in here, just like that. So how do I show you this? So long edge. So long edge has the adjuster screw on it right here. See, it has the adjuster flat slot. That's going to drop in down here. I should actually grab my grease and start greasing this. Ooh, I'm almost out of grease. I'm almost out of grease. So I'm just going to apply grease liberally on this part. This thing all gets packed anyway. And then we're going to take that, align it. There's a little notch. Oh my God, how can I show you that? It's so hard to show. So there's a little notch. Let's see. So there we go. There you can see it. Where's my little pointer? Where's my little pointer? Here. Little notch right here. See that? Oop. Little notch right there. It aligns right there and it'll drop right into position. Our next piece let's see, where'd that other piece go? Our little roller set goes down inside of there. Yep. I'm go ahead and put my washer. I gotta get you back just a little bit. This is kind of tedious. Put my washer on there. Put this little thing. This is your adjuster, your main adjuster for your clutch, which is kind of tedious all unto itself as well. Just make sure it all stays there real good. Is that a 12? Oh, yeah. It's a damn 12. Who threw that 12 at me? I didn't see that 12 coming. Usually everything's a 10 on these, but there we go. Just hold that there. Adjust that. We'll be good. And then we do this. And then we've got this. So this part needs a little bit of grease as well. So don't overpack this, though. I overpacked mine one time, and then the whole thing will not go together if you get like too crazy with it. So this has a flat edge. The flat edge goes right along with the notch. And that will fall right into position just like that. People manufacturing all this stuff and coming up with all this constantly blows my mind. It's like somebody came up with this. And chances are somebody probably came up with all this, you know, while they were on like a draft table working with paper and rulers and slide rulers and things. Then they had to machine all this stuff without computer-aided drafting, and I mean, it's quite interesting to like start thinking about. It's like, damn. All right, so then this is gonna drop right down into here, just like that. This is going to point up like that. And I need to get my spring. That's the only thing I'm missing right now. I need my spring put into here, and then our clutch cable goes through there. So there's a little spring that ties here to here. So I need to find one of those. And then I need to get that going. Gosh, where am I going to find one of those springs? Then I've got my ball bearing. This little ball bearing is probably the cause of a lot of people's problems with these bikes. I think, because the ball bearing goes inside of this. It literally just drops down inside of that hole. I think for now, because I do not want to lose this ball bearing, I think I'm just going to put it into a bag until I get ready for install. And then once I install it, I'll have it. So I'm just going to grab this little baggie, drop that in there just like that. Keep that together. Now I do need one of those springs. Yeah, that feels nice. And you can see, like, as it actuates, it kind of lifts up. See how that whole inside unit kind of lifts up? That's what puts pressure on this push rod, which actually actuates the clutch basket. So it actually pushes all the way through the motor. And it doesn't move much. It moves maybe 5 millimeters? Maybe 5 millimeters of movement on that to push that clutch basket. So really, you know, it's tedious stuff. Yeah. So, okay, I'm going to just leave this together. I do need to find one of those damn springs, though. So, I don't know. I always hate doing like search and discovery on the live stream because I know it's not that thrilling. But I have this feeling. That I have one, like just laying. I have like a little bin of springs. I want to say I have one. I've seen one. Is that it? I'm trying to remember what the hell it looked like. I think it's a little smaller than that. It's this one. No doubt in my mind. That's it right there. We got ourselves a spring. So, man, I love having all these extra parts. So, basically, going to go like this. And then that is going to latch right onto here. I think the Amazon person is here. My dog is losing her mind. And that's that. It's crazy, too, how, like, over time, and then that actuates Just like that. Boom. Golden. That is together. Jacko's got 2 questions. What's up? Yeah, Hepcat, I could pack it, but this is going to make some motion, so I'm just going to leave it there for now, and I will pack it and put it into place. Go into that. Jacko has 2 questions. CL100, okay? The clutch lift arm is sloppy, has 0 tension, doesn't shift into first. Do you have the original cable on it, would be my first question. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. That's going to be great. I'll pack all that good, and we're awesome for today on that. Are you using the original cable? The only reason why I say that is because I got a replacement cable for a 350 one time, and it was too long, and it was impossible, I think, at the end of the day, to get that to work. I haven't dove into that CB100 out in my garage just yet, so I really haven't dabbled around too much on that. Trying to look, I don't have the clutch on the 125 yet either, so not sure how helpful. See if some of the other viewers can chime in here, but yeah, I'm curious about the cable. Okay, new cable. Compare the length of the new cable with the original cable. That'd be the first thing I would look at. If you have your old cable, go and double check the length on it. Because I got one from CMC one time, and it was way too long. It was like a foot too long. And no bueno. It didn't work. And I fought, you know, trying to get it. Was running out of slack on all my adjustments. You know, I just couldn't do it. So, okay. I mean, I'm kind of like at a point where I need to just get to work. I need to get back out to the bike. I can install this engine as it sits right now. And once it's in the bike, everything should go really fast. Like that bike could go together really fast once the motor's in place, rear wheel will go in, get the chain mounted, get the exhaust on. I mean, it's a lot of little stuff that we got to do for sure, but it's totally doable. Yeah, check the cable length, Jacko. That's the first thing I would look at. Because I did get a throttle cable. I ordered a throttle cable for the CL125, the red one back there, and dude, it's a foot and a half too long, and I really doubt that it's going to work at all, to be quite honest. Let's hop over. Here's the stuff. He said silver flake or something. What was it? Well, let's just type in silver. I know that was in it. Boom. Silver leaf right here. Let's take a look. Give me a description. Brand new. Okay, not a lot of it. Okay, here we go. Rub and wax. Formulated carnauba waxes. All right. So not for shiny stuff. Oh yeah, 0.5 ounce covers up to 20 square feet. Jesus. Yeah, that goes quite a ways, huh? All right, we're going to give that a try. Engine polishing time. We'll get to it. Let's see. Keep on Wrenching community group. What's going on in here? Anybody working on anything? Man, there were a lot of updates that came through yesterday on the group. Let's see what's going on. So we got the wiring video. So Brian T kind of totally went for it. He was working on his car. It looks like he went with the drive a screwdriver through the filter approach in removing that. So, I mean, that's getting the job done if you got a stubborn one. So, good deal. Or is that, it's a Suzuki motorcycle filter. Nice. Hepcat, I got it. I will bookmark that later. This was my day yesterday. This sucked. I hated every minute of all of that. Oh, yes, Terrence. He was wondering what I was using for gasket removal. And if you give this stuff some time, if you give this stuff a little bit of time, it's working very well for me. So it's a gasket remover Permatex, okay? Works really well. It's just patience. The other thing that I found that worked, a little bit heat gun is gonna help you out on that. And then I started using one of my kind of fine brass punches, because brass is really soft and it's not really gonna scratch out that aluminum quite so much. I use that. Definitely don't use anything steel. In a pinch, if you're having a real troublesome area, you can use a razor blade on it, but only be cutting the material. Make damn sure that you're not going, make sure that you're not going into the aluminum. There's also plastic razor blades that you can use as well, but you're going to go through dozens of those with gasket removal. The Permatex gasket remover does work. Just be patient. Use a little bit of heat on that. I think that's pretty important, and you can do it. So I'll have to properly reply to Terrence's question there. I totally forgot about that. I saw it last night, and I got distracted. KeepOnWrenching.com. Any new viewers in the room, make sure that you go request your free sticker. Form at the bottom of the homepage. And then, man, if you're not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please, 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 please go and do that. A couple of these videos from the 1972 CL350 restoration, they're approaching the 1 million view mark. How cool is that, man? These two have particularly really blown up, and I want to do another video on chrome spray paint. This one, controversial as it is, it does do well. Bunch of new content out there on the channel. We've got our balancing beads, we've got our tire install, we've got the wiring guide, all of that stuff, and we've got our new battery fill videos. And then, yeah, motorcycle hauler, all kinds of videos there waiting for you. But this will be a day. This will be a day of celebration when these two videos, you know, climb over that 1 million view mark. They're doing a lot of the heavy lifting on the channel for sure. Like the polishing the rusted chrome is absolutely crushing it right now. So Keep On Wrenching Community Group is where you go to stay in contact with everybody. And also I'm kind of using it to just kind of share some behind the scenes kind of stuff too. So if I'm out randomly working on stuff, we can go and do that. And there's the Apocalypse bike, that silver bike there. That is now out of the shop and into the garage. And the engine is going into that bike. That engine is going into that bike. And by golly, it's going to run. By golly, it's going to run. I hope it runs. I'll be heartbroken. I will be heartbroken if I just start running into all kinds of problems and it doesn't actually work out. So I'm kind of curious to hear from Tula Tom at some point today. He is installing his Boyer Branson electronic ignition today. So I told him once he gets his installed, he can help me put mine in. Because I never tackled anything quite like that before. Yeah, man, we motored through the projects today. I mean, this was a project to get this all sorted and ready to go. And then, let's see, we got our side cover on. We've got this all dialed in, ready to go. We've got our cam chain tensioner installed, and we got our intake boots installed as well. I mean, it's time for the big lift, in my opinion. It's time for the big lift. Get this thing down on the ground. I will show you what I have found to be very useful in moving engines. Because engines are, let's be honest, man, engines are freaking heavy, right? So I'm going to show you, if you guys can guess what my motorcycle, my custom motorcycle engine mover is. It's my skateboard. My old skateboard from high school comes in so handy for doing all of this. And I can just kind of roll it through my house in my basement. Kind of saves on the back just a little bit. So, you know, these engines aren't freaking light. I'll tell you that much. I'm going to grab my gloves here before we go for the big move. Get it on the skateboard. Oh, the glory days. Were they the glory days? No, I don't think so. I think my life is pretty glorious as it is now. Let's see. Let's get the starter cable out of the way. Use our back. Give her a tilt. Give her a lift. There, we got a motor. Gotta tighten my trucks up a little bit, but tell you what, it'll work. Saves your back, saves me from carrying it 50 feet, to the door. So that is going to be a cute little motor, let me tell you. We haven't seen this side of the motor for a while. We can do a little pan up. That old girl's ready to go. This thing was a basket case when we got it. So to kind of see it in this condition is really rewarding. I mean, knocking out those two covers yesterday. It's pretty nice. Good feeling. Time to get it in the bike. Time to stop mucking around. Once you get the motor in the bike, the wiring's already done. It's all just sitting there, ready to rock and roll. I don't know, man. I think that looks pretty darn good. If I'm smiling, I hope you're smiling. I feel really good about this. I worked hard on that. It's not perfect, but it's pretty damn good. Feeling good. Feeling good about the Apocalypse bike motor. Oh, then we got the big move. Gotta move it. Woof. Woof. I should count how many stairs I gotta go up. It's definitely the disadvantage of building motorcycles in your basement. Because at some point, they gotta go upstairs. It'd be sweet to have like a little lift or something. But yeah, here we go. Thanks, Jacko. I think it's gonna be just fine. Oh, let's move that out. Oh boy, it's gonna make its little journey. It's gonna make its little journey. Now what am I gonna work on? I don't have anything on the work table. I don't have anything on the work table now. Huh. That's kind of sad. Well, what we could do. Oh God, do I even want to get into this right now? But this is kind of the next little mini project. I'm lifting something heavy. We got this one. This one's a mess. Jacko, the most powerful skateboard on the planet. Yeah, it works well. I wish I had a little bit bigger wheels. I skated when mini wheels were kind of the big deal. It's like the late 90s, mid to late 90s. So everybody's got all the fat wheels now, which would probably roll a little bit better. Take a look at this monstrosity. This one's seen better days. Yeah. Who knows what kind of trouble awaits? It's missing all kinds of stuff. Looks like somebody just had it out in their wood shop or something too. Blasted this thing full of dirt. This is a challenge. This one will be a little bit of a challenge. Looks like cam chain fell down in there. I wonder if I can get that. Yeah, shoot, I even wonder if it's even in one piece. Kind of curious now. Don't want to get distracted. Because I got all this progress that I need to make. I'm going to grab my little hook, though, and just see if I can grab it. Oh, it looks like it's actually on the sprocket yet. Yep. There it is. Okay. Well, might as well keep that tied up. And where can I tie this to? I'll just do this. Good to go, ready to run. So, yeah. This one is just kind of it is what it is, kind of a engine. He's filthy. It's also going to need a full redo, top end rebuild too, because take a look at that cam chain roller. That's probably one of the most eaten up cam chain rollers I've ever seen. That is gnarly. Come on, focus. Focus. Yeah, let's see if I can get it. Yeah, that's pretty gnarly. So this is all going to have to come apart. The whole top end will need to come apart on this one. I promise to be a little bit more careful as I'm working with this one, but let's go around here. It's missing front sprocket. It's missing the push. Yeah, whole starter mechanism. Motor turns though. It is free. Don't want to turn it too much, but it is turning. So that's a lot further ahead than a lot of times, honestly. A lot of times they don't even move. So, but a cam chain tensioner job is going to be in. So that's a full top end rebuild. Don't know if I want to get into that or not. So where are we at on this one? Wiring. That's pretty much it. I've still got to work through, let's see, I've got all my cables, but I haven't really gotten a chance. Got all my lights. We went through all these on the live stream. I still need to polish all of this. So that can all go. Once I get the lights done, then it's wiring, cables, side covers, and a carb rebuild. And that's pretty much it. That should go really, really fast. One thing that I could do today yet. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do it. One more little project. One more little project before I go get busy in the shop or out in the garage. So one thing we're going to need to do is get a petcock installed on the Apocalypse bike tank. So we can go ahead and do that. Let me find my table. I have this feeling like once I get, things rolling, once the engine's in, I think Apocalypse bike is going to go together real fast. All right, there's the Apocalypse bike tank. Looks pretty good to me. I love this tank. This one came out really, really good. Safety neutral switch is there. Yep, neutral switch is there, Glenn, on this. I can show you. It's there. It is there. It's dirty, but it's there. Oh, little toggle switches right there. So it's there. I don't know. That will be an adventure. I think it's a good project for me, though, to... I got to get more familiar with the engine stuff. Not real strong on that front. So, all right, we can go ahead and let's get you down on the action here. Get this petcock installed on this bad boy. I think what I'm also going to do on this one, not too bad I broke that screwdriver, I gotta remember to get a new flathead screwdriver. This tank was nasty when I got it, so I'm going to probably do like an acetone wash on it, or an acetone rinse once I get it out. And just to make damn sure that I got it super clean and where it needs to be. Question, I don't know. Let's take a look at it. See what it looks like. Let's get this hose clamp off. And we can pull this off. This hasn't come off since the thing was painted. A little bit of rust. Little bit of rust. Not too crazy though. I feel like I should spend a little bit more time with this tank and just make absolutely sure that it is clean. It's going to be a little nerve-wracking to do, to be quite honest. You know, dumping acetone all over this, or all inside of here. But I do want to just take a look. Yeah, it just needs a wash. I've been spraying kind of like fogging oil and stuff down inside of it, just trying to keep it from rusting. Of course, this top half has to rust all the time. I think I got to spend a little bit more time working this tank. It doesn't look bad though. That's going to be real tough to show you. Looks pretty clean. I think it just needs like an acetone rinse. And then I should be good on that. I should prioritize that. I could get that done maybe today as well. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. Trying to see if I got a flashlight anywhere. I don't have my app installed for my viewer. My little snake. Remember that night edge thing? I'll probably do a little snake run on that as well. So I might pump the brake here just a little bit on that too. Oh, I'm just getting down there, you know. I'm getting down there to the major stuff. I've got my gasket, Honda part gasket for my petcock. That will go there. And then I also need the nut for that. I believe this one will work for this. I don't know what the hell happened to the new one. Trying to remember if this is righty-tighty, lefty-loosely or not. I think it's lefty-tighty. Thought it was. It's a reverse thread on one of these, I know. There we go. Boop, just like that. Doop, bep, bep. Put that on to the motorcycle. That will be good. You know, guys, I think I got to get to work out in the shop or out in the garage. Kind of feeling it. And what I can do is if I make progress, I'll post some updates. But I can't forget that I got to go get my hair cut. I got to go out into the world for the first time in like a year and a half tomorrow. So, and be among people. So I got to clean myself up just a little bit. I'm looking a little homeless at times. So I got to get that figured out. Let's hop over to the browser. Any new members today? Kind of a quick stream. Let's see, got a little bit of activity happening on the Keep On Wrenching group. See if there's any new posts or anything. Let's see, everything's kind of changing up. Everything's good there. We're growing here on the YouTube channel And do not forget to go to keeponwrenching.com. Go get that free sticker. We'll be back Thursday night. I think I'll do a Thursday night live stream. I should be back from my trip by then. Scott, how are you, man? Good to see you. Thanks for hopping in. Just kind of an impromptu stream today. We worked through a bunch of stuff. Worked through a bunch of just little things that needed to be done on this Apocalypse bike engine. It's sitting there staring at me. It's sitting right there. It's like staring at me. It's like, are you ready to go? Are we ready to go? I would like to go back into my frame now. I think that's cool. I don't know. Anybody got any questions? Scott, working on a 75 Yamaha DT400. What does that look like? Curious to see what that looks like. Some of the Yamaha bikes that I see people working on, they're actually pretty cool. Again, I kind of focus, what was it, 1975 Yamaha DT400. Let's see what this looks like. Our D400, DT400. Oh, forgot the T. There we go. Oh, that's a cool looking bike. That's like a SL equivalent. That's very cool. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Glenn, thanks for your videos. I rebuilt the top end of my 71 using your work as a guide. That's awesome, dude. That's great to hear. I'm so glad that the videos are being useful to everybody. Glenn, I hope it all works out for you moving forward. I worked hard on that. The engine rebuild video, I spent a ton of time doing it to make sure that it was super useful for people. And the wiring video that came out a couple weeks ago, I worked really hard on that one. Tula Tom gave me a good thumbs up on that last night. I chatted with him, and he was like, yeah, dude, it was super helpful. Oh, Scott, you have a SL350 next to it. That's the only one that I would add to my collection, I think, so that I could have a CB, a CL, and an SL. I think that would be really cool. So I've got a 70 CB. It'd be cool to get like a okay. So I'm going to have a 70 CB, a 71 CB, a 72 CL, and then maybe a 73 SL. I don't know. What does one of those look like? I'm kind of curious now. I don't have room for these bikes, though. I need to like build a shop or move. I don't know. So let's do 1973 SL350. Yeah, I could see myself with one of those. Ooh, and Panther Gold. Yes, please. Yeah, they're just freaking cool looking motorcycles. They are really, really cool. I love that Panther Gold color. 72, 73. Yeah, I just don't have room. I can't be mucking around with all this stuff. Green one. Ooh, green one. Nice. Let's see. It's kind of an aqua. It's kind of a blue. I call that Panther Gold. I think that's the official color on that one. It's Panther. Orange. Oh, man, that'd be a perfect one for Keep On Wrenching. 73 SL in orange. I could do that. Candy Panther Gold. Yeah, that is a candy paint for sure. If any of you would like to support the live stream, be sure to go check out the merch store. Grab a hat, grab a mug, grab a sweatshirt, something. Every little bit helps kind of keep the stream going. I actually just saw that the Amazon just delivered a couple things for me that are going to help my stream be a little bit better. I think the stream's pretty solid as it is, but I did pick up a couple little things that I think are going to help. So I think that those just got dropped off. And then just for being here on the stream, go get that free sticker. KeepOnWrenching.com. There's a form on the bottom of the homepage. Go get the free sticker. I love sitting down and like sending these all out each month. I've kind of got it to the point to where I send stickers out on the first of the month. So it's August 1st. So if you get yours in today, I'll probably be spooling that stuff up this week and I'll get one out to you. real quick. But just for being here, get yourself a cool Keep On Wrenching sticker. That works out really well. And if you're just finding the stream randomly, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. The big goal is 10,000 subs by the end of the year. So by January 1st, I'd love to be at 10,000 subscribers. I'll be honest with you, I'm a little off pace for that right now. I need to be picking up about 20 to 30 more subscribers a month in order to get to that 10,000 goal. I'm gonna be just a little short. The number one way that you can support the live stream and what's going on at Keep On Wrenching, honestly, is just share. Share, comment, thumbs up on the videos. If you're a part of some of the forums and people have questions, chances are if it's 350, I've probably got a video at this point talking about that whole process. So share the videos, get them out there in the community. I'm kind of just waiting for that point to where everything gets seeded and all this maybe starts to take off just a little bit. Glenn, the SL350s sound great with a stock exhaust. I've never heard one, so I'm going to take your word for it on that for sure. Jacko, awesome stream today. Yeah, short and sweet, but what I like about what we did today is that we had some very specific tasks in mind, and I had everything all laid out, ready to go, so I wasn't walking around hunting for parts, you know, all of this. It was a really smooth stream in that, because sometimes when I watch back some of the streams, it's like, oh, I should have, you know, just spent, you know, an hour before the stream laying things out, getting the tools I need, finding the bolts, you know, that I need to complete certain things. So in that respect, Jacko, I think you're right. I think it was a pretty smooth stream today, and we made progress, and now we've got that engine ready to go in the Apocalypse bike. If I get it in the bike, I will definitely share some photos with you on the Keep On Wrenching community group on Facebook. So if you're not a member, be sure to join that. And yeah, with that, I think I'm just going to wrap this up. I need to get some work done. It's like pretty nice today. It is, let's see, it's been just crazy hot. It's been so freaking hot in Michigan lately that it's just been brutal to be out working. Right now, it is 74 degrees and partly cloudy. So this is wrenching weather that I don't want to miss. So I'm gonna get to it. All right, thank you to everybody who joined in on the stream today. I know it's a little shorter than usual, but I gotta get some stuff done. Jacko, thanks for being a part of the conversation. Glenn, Scott, thanks for stopping by. Who else? Hepcat, dude, I'm glad. I'm gonna keep this in mind. These Sunday early afternoon kinds of streams, I think it can work really, really well. I think it works into things pretty well. Mike Lynn was in here. He contributed to the conversation as well, moving through here. Alan showed up. He had to get to bed because it was only 3 a.m., Alan. What the hell? You know, geez, come on. You know, it's the stream. I would expect you to be able to stay up, right? And yeah, short but sweet, but man, progress was made. Thanks so much. I'll probably see you back Thursday night. I think Thursday night, I think we'll probably move back to the CL125S and start buttoning that thing up because we're pretty much done. Kathleen Sandler also stopped by today, which was awesome to see. New people, new people coming into the streams. That's awesome. I hope you went to keeponwrenching.com and requested that free sticker. All right, let's call it. Let's see, 2 hours, 4 minutes, 42 seconds. Feeling good. Time to carry an engine up the stairs and hopefully not drop it.